Welcome back to the channel. I'm Lady Nika, and with this week's episode of Growing Up Hip Hop. Sorry about the lighting. I don't know what the hell it is. It pops on and off. I ain't figured it out. It's late. I'm gonna go on and get into it. This is the 6th episode of the first season of this show. The name of the episode will appear in the title down there. I didn't get in here on Friday for those of y'all who don't watch my Shit Talking Saturday video, because every 8 weeks I have a standing appointment to receive an infusion for lupus suppression. So that's why sometimes I'm good, sometimes I can't come back right after that. Yesterday was one of them certain times, okay? So we're going to go and jump into it, because wasn't a whole lot happened on this episode. It was really a trip. Now, we pick back up with Regine, the cousins, and Toya finding Brandon and Ayana as they're about to leave. Ayana said Brandon her cousin, but once Toya stopped them and started all that talking, and them cousins was all around, she wasn't finna leave her cousin hanging. Bow Wow, he's in the other room where they were actually supposedly having this dinner party to fix the relationship between Brandon and that girl Regine. He said that he think it's best that he kind of stay out of that now. Oh, we told you to stay out of that at first, but you didn't want to do it. So now he want to stay out of it because Toya then decided, okay, the cousins go away, Regine, you go away. Me and Brandon need to have this talk. Of course, because she's a woman, Ayana is sticking out, and she's supposed to keep it even. Now, that girl, Bow Wow saying it's okay. It's probably best to let Toya and Brandon talk. Regine talking about because of this drama, she gonna be late to her birthday party. Bitch, who started it? You started the mess, so you gotta deal with the mess. Girl, whatever, tough titty. You started all of this shit. You'll be alright. Nobody cares. You little, I can't stand this little spoiled, pampered little girl. Girl, look, the only person you a princess to is your mama and daddy. That's it. Bow Wow apologized to Regine. He said it was her night and he's sorry that things went the way they did. Zonique is over there talking about she can't believe Brandon doing this. Drama just seems to follow him, but she gonna stay out of it. And that's what you should do, Zonique. You need to stay out of it, baby, because you ain't got no voice here. Okay, so stay out of it. And how you put it out on Brandon is beyond me, but we gonna let you slide, because we know you the Cynthia of this show. For those y'all don't know who I'm talking about, Cynthia from Real Housewives of Atlanta. This is the Cynthia of this show. Ironic, your mama best friends with one of the castmates. Okay. And may I add, that curly wig that they put on Zonique made her look older. That is not cute. She too young to have that old of a hairstyle. Let's do better with TV, or whoever was in charge of that look. So, out in the hallway, Brandon is talking about the cameras need to go away. Now, I had a problem with this, because we heard this several times throughout this episode, because this is a TV show, and y'all are in the middle of a scene. You can't just cut like you the director in the middle of the scene and everything stops, honey. You need to shut up and just go ahead on with this scene. Y'all knew y'all was going to act like this, so come on. Anyway, he's saying that his intentions were good from the jump. That's why he attempted to give her a hug. But then she refused the hug, and she began to go into the who are you yet again spiel. And he said at that time, I told her I am Brandon Barnes, a developer who could have helped your dad's career. And Toya came out of a bag at that point. She ain't put her hands on him, but she is mad, talking about you. So you brought up her father again, who's a legend in the game. In confessional, she says she don't know who Brandon think he is, but see, he 27, and she can step to him, because he been messing with the wrong one. Okay, she tells him he needs to respect the legend, you know, and help those who are coming up. He can't do nothing for Wayne. Now at the table again, Regine saying that he wrong, and it's like her dad is up here and he is somewhere teetering down here. And I said, there she go yet again, putting herself on higher ground than other people. Because when she said that about her dad, of course, you know, she thinks she up there as well. Now, Toya is still out in the hallway talking out loud, talking about her father is who he is. her father could possibly make you. She said you keep her father out of it, and you deal with her. And I had to pause and grab myself for a minute, because I'm like, wait a minute. So I thought all this time we been beeped out because he said something to your daughter. Clearly that ain't what we mad for, because she just told him to go ahead on and you come for her. Don't come for her father. Baby, the contradictions is large here, okay? This is crazy. The bottom line of all of this, Toya told him, you can't make her father, he's already made. And Ayana stepped in at that point, and she was saying that, you know, in the confessionals, if Toya get retarded, because Toya was getting real mad about the Wayne situation. Ayana let us know. Now, this bitch, I'm trying to be cool. It's okay. We can act a fool now. I don't mind, bitch. I don't mind. But, Ayana said that she feels they both was in the wrong. She's trying to bring calm to the situation. Toya, stupid ass, talking about he needs his cousin to protect him. No, he don't, boo-boo. He not hiding behind no Ayana. That boy took his damn shirt off. The only reason why Ayana there is because you a woman and this got to stay even. He can't bust Toya side her motherfucking head. That's the only reason why she was there, to make sure you stayed in line, okay? Toya said, just don't bring her dad up. And Brandon said that clearly he is talking to Toya is useless for him, so he finna go on and get the hell up out of there. Now, Regine talking about he too disrespectful to apologize for what he said about her dad, but when she tell him, he won't like it, and he'll deal with Brandon at that time. I'm like, okay. Then Bow Wow said Regina and Brandon got too much pride to apologize to each other. So every time they going to be around each other, it's going to be like this because they both divas. Okay, well, were you not warned to not even do this little dinner party? Okay. Now, Regina come to the hallway. She talking about she ready to go. Again, these folks act like this ain't no TV show. Toya is saying to the camera crew to go away. She's serious. And I'm like, girl, this ain't the type of thing that you can just tell these people cut and action when you feel like it. You're not the director, honey. You are a part of this cast. At least a supporting cast. Supporting part of this cast, okay? She tell Regina that her and Brandon gonna apologize and they gonna dead the situation. Regina said, no, I'm not. I'm good. Toya, you could hear Toya because they did stop the cameras, but we could hear the mics. They were still on. And Toya told her, you gonna apologize. Now, I'm sitting here saying to myself, yet again, yet another example. Now, there are people out here that say that people are going, me, myself, and other folks are going in too hard on Regina. But y'all like y'all don't see what this girl is doing. This girl not only disrespectful to people around her, she even disrespectful to her own mama. This girl just told her mama she ain't finna apologize to this boy when her mama told her she should. She is. I'm old school. I'm sorry. When my mama told me to do something, I don't care how much of in my feelings and dislike I had for the person that I may have apologized to. I was going to apologize to her, or I would have suffered the consequences thereof, okay? I ain't with that. My mama your mama tell you something, you do totally what you want to do. But this is what she does. This is the type of person she is. Oh, child. Next we see Bow Wow and Zonique. They arriving to Regina's little party. He saying he feel bad that he even had the dinner, and he hope Regina don't tell Wayne because she could get real. They show us Wayne standing at the door with his little crew by the door anyway, waiting on his child to perform, to appear. Not perform, child. I'm going ahead of myself. Child, they acting like Wayne is the only person on this earth that could have goons. Talking about shit could get real if Regina tell Wayne. So fucking what if she tells Wayne? Brandon is Deb Adney's grandson. Let us not forget they call Deb the Suge Knight of the South. Now, I don't know what that means to you, but considering if you go back into the archives of history and read up on Suge Knight, What the hell does that say about Deb? You might not want to fuck with her, okay? That's what I got out of that. Y'all can get in the pen and tell me if you seen something different. This is too much. That girl need that. She did have a nice crowd down to her party, though. Ayana arrived and she said she feel a little nervous being there because the original tell Wayne it's gonna get ugly. And I knew at that point then, okay, they hyping this shit up for ratings. Ain't nothing finna go down here. Try they hyping it up for ratings. Wayne got, first of all, Wayne has made some of his career. I mean, he a legend. He is. You know, he's been around these streets for a minute. He sold millions and millions of records, sold out stadiums and all of that old good stuff. That's Lil Wayne. So, you mean tell me you think that I'm supposed to believe that Lil Wayne would risk everything he's built because he can't handle this boy saying he could have helped him with his career? That's like telling it. That's like, I mean, that's crazy to me. That's like telling, let me find somebody I like, because I almost said the president. I don't like him. That's like telling, Diana Ross, girl, I'm going to teach you how to sing. It wouldn't even matter to Wayne probably if he heard this. You know how many people then probably said he can't sing or they can hook him up? It doesn't matter. What's understood does not need any explanation. People gonna talk. You gotta learn how to let them do that. And I think out of all these years, Wayne done got that. If he ain't get nothing else, he got that. So I don't know why they hyped this up like this was going to be this big old fight between Wayne and Brandon. Because I don't even think it would ever got to that point. Wayne would have heard this shit and paid it dust just like an adult would do. But see, this dummy daughter here, she can't do that. Bow Wow said he glad Ayana came, and she said she started not to after that blow-up dinner. Then we see Reginae with her tiara on, talking about she's not in a party mood. But I'm like, I see you there. And she arrives, and, you know, they acting like she Michelle Obama. And you see her calling out to her dad, and, you know, she tells us she don't like Brandon, but today her day. She tells us also she not going to tell her dad, but this thing with Brandon is not over. So, see, I told y'all, wolf tickets. They've been selling wolf tickets for 2 episodes. Bitch, I ain't got time. Okay, we see them taking pics and enjoying the party. It was nice. That shit is over. Let's go over to Brandon. He's going to see Miss Deb to talk about what's been going on. He said after the night before, everybody saying he wrong, he need to talk to somebody that and try to get an understanding. Because, see, people seem to misplace his passion for aggression. He said that you got to have thick skin to be in this business, and that's what he's trying to do. So when he get there with Miss Deb, he asked what was said at the giveaway between Toya and Deb, and they replayed that damn clip of Reginae. Toya talking about Reginae never said Black Lives didn't matter, so Brandon shouldn't have brought it up. We also see, I think they cut that out because that's a part of the editing problem here, because it was a part on there. I don't know if they did or ain't. Y'all correct me in the panic. Where Deb said if you watch the footage, you see her going at him for quite some time. Basically, they decided to squash the shit. Be the bigger person, okay? Deb said, he said, well, when you walked away from that encounter, did you feel like y'all had reached an understanding? And Deb said, yeah. She would hope so. So Brandon tell her about the dinner and how he was led to believe Reginae was aware he was coming. But when he get there, she started asking for an apology and shit went left. Deb told him straight up, man, let me tell you something. It's a whole lot more stuff you could be doing than sitting here arguing with this girl. You let her get up under your skin. You're going to have to learn, if you're going to be in this business, that people going to come for you and they going to say a whole lot. I ain't never finna let nobody get up under my skin just because they asking me who I am and what I do. Like I said, what's understood don't need no explanation. And that's what she told him. She told him to let it go and move on to the next. And he said, well, that wasn't all. And Dale had to brace herself. She was like, some more shit went down. He tells her that he and Ayana were about to leave. And Toya coming up to him yelling, talking about he didn't need to have talked about Lil Wayne. Deb said, see, that's the shit I'm talking about. See, the parents shouldn't even be in it. She explained that that girl and her family been through a lot, and that's a touchy subject for them right now. Brandon, what I'm going to need you to do is just leave it alone. Because I spoke to Tanya and Toya, and we decided to let it go. Somebody here got to be the bigger person. She tells him the whole situation you pulling with this boy, with this girl and her family could wind up being dangerous. After hearing all that, he said, all she can do is say, "Oh my God," and just hold her head down. She was over the shit. She was tired of that because she thinking that this is something in the past. He supposed to be on this new foot. What about his showcase? He ain't coming in here talking to me about this. He won't come talking to me about this girl. And the bottom line is, stay the hell away from this girl because obviously y'all ain't gonna get along. And I was here for that. Now let's go to Ayana's dad, DJ Hurricane's home, and she come now. She want to show her dad some of the pieces she's gotten completed for her clothing line. He asked her what's the catch. She said to get help so that she can keep her apartment and not have to move back in with him. And he laughed because we always do. We know y'all be up to some fuck shit, kids. She shows him the pieces, and I'm gonna tell you, I wasn't really impressed with Ayana pieces. I like her and everything, but I mean that look like some basic shit I can get out of Forever 21 or Charlotte Roots. I'm just being real. But he was apparently impressed, or once again, as parents, we indulge you if we can, especially if we think it might be something that's going to be good for you in the future. So he told her he was going to get her the coin for it, and she happy. He told her, hey, but let me explain something. You see, when I was coming up, kids nowadays, they ain't like us. We have to work for what we want. So what your job is to do is, now that I'm going to give you my coin, you need to flip this. You need to make a profit off of this. And she was like, I cool, Dad, I'm going to do that. Then, since she got him on the hotline bling in the face, she say, Dad, I want to holler at you about something. And tell us in the confessional. See, my daddy and my mama, they ain't never really been too cool with me being gay. So all my girlfriends in the past, I ain't never brought them around them. But see, I kind of like Amy. And that's when she presents the idea of wanting to have him meet her girlfriend, Amy. Wasn't he in this shit at first. Look, personal is personal. I don't get in your personal business. I'll deal with the business aspect with you, but we ain't doing the personals. She begged him to do this, and he tell her, okay, I'm going to go on and have dinner. How about that? We can do dinner. He told her, but look, you know me, you know my mouth. If I don't like her, I ain't going to act like I do like her. And she said, all right. She was looking like, oh, shit, he is that kind. Now, Bow Wow and his crew is stunned like his dad down at the bowling alley, turning up shots of liquor, things like that. Now, he telling us that he got writer block and he needs some rest and to hang out with his boys. But, excuse me, but I thought the primary reason for coming to Atlanta and being on the show is because you was trying to get back in the studio and do your retirement album. I thought that Joy and Shy coming last week was supposed to be what you needed to help you be able to do that. That's what you told us. And I'm not understanding why now you still continuing on with this damn writer's block shit. Stunting in this damn bowling alley like y'all really. The niggas you got don't look like they got $5,000 and you don't look like you got it neither. Don't know. None of the whole thing was a bullshit episode. Scene if you ask me. 5,000 a game. Anyway, one of his boys come up to him showing him on social media that Funkmaster Flexton called him a mumble rapper. He and his feeling talking about he's supposed to be a respected OG DJ, but he a lame. He beats women and wears straight leg pants, so we can't take anything he say serious. So we gather in this episode, in this scene, he don't like Funkmaster Flex. Okay, he also I assume that because his boys is telling him to respond back. That's why he actually responded back. He basically said that he was a famed rapper and that made money. And if that makes him trash, then he'll be that all day. And I had to stop for a minute and say, you know what, nigga, stop. Because at the end of the day, the boy did build a legacy. And we got to be cool with him about that. So we're going to go and stop a minute and give Bow Wow his props. Because, I'm a type of chick that never tear a person down without extending a hand and lift them up. So let me just give Bow Wow his props. Back in the early 2000 and stuff, he was hot. He had sold out tours. He sold millions of records. He was the shit for a minute. However, moving forward, 17 years into 2017, he's not such a hot rapper anymore. We have gotten accustomed to seeing him trying to act, which he does pretty well. He ain't perfect, but if he did more of it, maybe he would be. We have seen, I heard that little track he had with Soulja Boy, and I mean, it ain't nothing like before. I don't think he's ever, unless he gets this hell of a ass track, I don't see him going back to where he was. But I do see that there's still hope for him, because he is, like Snoop Dogg will tell him later on in this episode, you still getting booked places. People still seeing you on TV. You ain't disappeared. So that's what I'm saying. He needs to just focus on doing what it is that he can do well now, and maybe let that rap shit go, because I don't see it for you, bruh. I don't see it for you. But child, he responded and shit. I said, baby, he doing way too much. He told us he been making millions since 13, and he ain't never had no encounter with no Flex in the first place. He said he don't beef with the help and call Flex to help. I said, oh. Now, all that beefing with Flex made him feel he need help, and he texts Snoop, and later on, they meet up. Now, they do a little small talk about, you know, what Bow Wow got going on, and he bring up what Flex said, and Snoop told him the best answer that he could have told him. Man, you a dope rapper. Don't get caught up in that shit. That's a trick. That's of the devil. He said, stay on your mission and don't get thrown off course. He said Bow Wow is still on TV and getting booked, so you gotta respect it. He said, go on, make your music and do your album. Bow Wow said, yeah, I think I will, because it's finna be my retirement album. And Snoop was like, retirement from what? For music, Snoop, stop. He talking about how you gonna retire before me, because you still got it. He ain't got it no more. Stop lying to this boy on this TV down here. Child. Ugh. He told him making records can be hard, and because you feel pressure to complete it, but just do you. You know what I'm saying? You feel pressure. Oh, I can't talk that. You feel pressure to compete with other people, but don't be competing with nobody. Don't worry about what nobody say. Just go on and do you. And Bow Wow said Uncle Snoop right, and he gonna get back into the studio and do his thing again. And I said, Lord Jesus. Now it's the night of Brandon's showcase, and he's riding on this party bus with his homies, and he's saying this night gonna make me or break me. He nervous, y'all. Now let's go over to So Def Records, because Bow Wow goes to see Jermaine, but the brat tells him that he's not there. He went out of town. He said, well, damn, I'm ready to get in I'm ready. The brat say, send Ween. He said since old DJs came for me saying that you know, that I'm a mumble rapper. Brett said, well, Bow Wow ain't no, you know, he ain't that. But everything happens for a reason, and maybe this was what it took, the catalyst, to get his ass back to work. He goes in the booth, and he spit lyrics and thanks and then he thanks Flex for motivating him to push him through the writer's block. He said the rap is his life, and that's what he gonna do. And I said, okay, maybe somebody gonna buy it. Now, back at the showcase. Let's go on to the showcase. Brandon being interviewed, and Deb is introducing him to people, you know, trying to get his foot wet and everything. And Bow Wow arrives to lend support, and Zonnie came too. Now, Brandon said in a confessional he glad she came so he can show her firsthand what artist development is. That place was kind of packed, but it was small. So, okay, let that marinate with you. He said he selected real artists, and we see, to sit on that panel, we saw Big Tigger, I think we saw Bone Crusher, we saw Deb, I think it was one more other person, not certain. But it's minutes before the show about to start, and guess what? The sound is out. The sound ain't right. And Brandon stressed out. He said he has no knowledge of how to deal with the sound equipment. I said, but you supposed to have sound engineers on staff that can take care of that. That's supposed to be tried, true, and tested before this event began. But okay. Now, Amy tells Ayana she been thinking about their convo about meeting her dad and shit. And if it means that much to her, she gonna go on and go down to the meeting with her dad. And Ayana is very happy, and I'm happy she happy. Now let's go back to the showcase, okay? Brandon freaking out. That sounds still not right, but he said he got to go head on and start because it's a lot riding on this. And I'm like, if that sound ain't right, why the fuck is you even trying to do this? But he went head on and did it. He takes the stage and said one of the reasons he's doing it is to show Dev he can. And he shouts out Zonic and Bow Wow for lending their support, okay? The artists begin to perform and the sound is terrible. The panel critiqued the performance but said the sound was so off. Big Tigger said the same as did Bone Crusher, so everybody in agreement. That sound got so bad Deb had to interrupt the performance from one of them groups saying that the sound is off and it's a disservice to the artists and the people that came to see him. She said it's disrespectful. The sound is so bad. Brandon trying to work with the people to improve the sound. Meanwhile, Zonique texting Regine being messy as a motherfucker saying this shit is whack. I say that shade. Brandon getting more and more frustrated at this point. I was wondering why Ayana wasn't there doing all of this here. I had thought, like, where the hell is Ayana? But y'all get why Ayana ain't there. Because it's the night that she gonna meet, introduce her dad at Hurricane to Amy. So we see them get to the restaurant and she and Amy meeting up with Hurricane. Ayana asked Amy if she nervous and she said a little bit. And why Ayana not? She said she been waiting on this and Amy admitted I ain't. Ayana tells us that she thinks Amy is nervous because she's the first woman he's ever made. Therefore, she's going to think her dad is going to think that Ayana turned her out. Amy turned her out, but that's not so. Hurricane arrives and he asked what part of New York Amy was from. She said Brooklyn. He said, I used to have a lot of problems with people from Brooklyn. You gotta stay on your toes with them. And Ayana is nervous because she know what her dad is saying, and she don't know if Amy know what he's saying. She said Amy confused and a little bit scared. Now he asked how was their relationship going. Amy said they had their ups and downs. He said that's any relationship. You gotta have patience. And this is where I got kind of confused because Ayana said, well, I'm not a patient person, but I've been very patient with her. And then she started saying that the girl had multiple personalities. And I'm like, girl, if you're trying to get your dad to okay this relationship and be happy about it, telling him that this girl be tripping sometime ain't the time. Why y'all sitting here finna do this? And Amy was looking like she wanted to, know the same thing. Why the hell did she say that? He said, well, maybe it's time for y'all to separate. I said, see, you fucked that up for yourself. You should have never brought your daddy up in here and let him sing that. Now, let's go back to the showcase because the sound is fixed. So, show gonna start again. Brave performs and Brandon says that that's his girl group and they are the next hot thing. They not better than June's Diary. The performance was well. Dale loved him. Then some girl named Honeybee took the stage. And Dale, he said it was okay. She hopes that he said rehearsal was kind of hard, but he hoped that she killed it. So she get up there and guess what she did? She forgot her words. She forgot her words. Brandon took the mic from her and said, anytime you mess up, you don't show it, you continue on. And he said he got to talk to her afterwards. He didn't even give it a chance to be afterwards, child. They go back to the back. He wants the mics off again. I'm like, okay, so we going to act like yet again this ain't a TV show. Child, it was crazy. As they doing this, so much shit that went wrong, sound and fucked up again. He back there hooping and hollering at his orders, and that ain't developing his orders. That's tearing his orders down. Zonique and Bow Wow said it felt like a scene out of 8 Mile Child. He go to talk to Honeybee, baby, Zonique and Bow Wow, and said it's a train wreck, and they out. She hugged Deb and tell us this is why me and Brandon can't have no working relationship, child. Brandon yelling, no mic. He taking off his mic. Deb go to see what's wrong and tell him he can't start ripping off mics and clowning if he wants her to guide. If he wants to guide Honeybee, right? Because he mad at Honeybee. He said he said nobody did that. She said, did you walk away? Did you walk away from your event? Did you take your mic off? He know he did, so he can't say nothing. He caught up. She told him, how you gonna teach her control if you ain't in control? He said, you can't go off on her. It's your job to teach her, and he will attract more bees with honey. She told Honeybee, you can perform, but never let your audience know you messed up. You don't never do no shit like that. She said, to let her, this, I don't even got to read no more on this here. I like how she handled it. She said, you know I don't like no punk ass female, so dry them tears up. And it seemed in that moment that Dale was beginning to reach her, whereas Brandon wasn't, and he had to even say that. Deb say it ain't how you do it. It ain't what you do, it's how you do it. And that's basically what she did. He was tearing the girl down instead of explaining to her that, you know, when you mess up on this stage, you can't let your audience know. Deb built her back up from him tearing her down. She said, you do something I couldn't even do. Gave her props for being able to get on that stage knowing that people going to critique her. She told her, it's your time. You need me, basically is what she told her. She said, well, it's your time. I'm going to get you ready so that the next time they see you, this won't happen. Brandon sitting over there like, okay, she done just came through here like a wrecking ball and took my damn artist. He ain't feeling that shit. He in his feels. And that's what the show pretty much went on. If I left anything out, feel free to put it down in the panty section. Remember, the depth of your struggle will always determine the height of your success. In the meantime, in between time, please remember to rate this video, comment down below. Feel free to join the family and become a love thing. And share the video wherever it is that you share videos. And I'll see you guys back for Queen Sugar.